8th grade social studies STAAR practice questions. Today is your first session, or hopefully this is the first video you're watching because this is the first in the series. And so I just want to explain a little bit about what we'll be doing. When the question appears, and when I say that, you're going to see on the next slide there's going to be a question. When the question appears, I recommend you press pause. Give yourself a moment to look at the question, read the question and the prompt thoroughly, look at the answers, and then make your decision. Okay, and then press play again on this video as we go through it. So before we get started, I want to do something that hopefully I'll be doing on all of these videos. I want to give you just a quick historical fact of the day. All right, how many African slaves were brought from Africa to the New World? Think you know the number? All right, well, if you said 12.5 million, you would be right. That's the best estimates we have right now. Well, of those 12.5 million, only 10.7 million actually made it to the New World. That means on the dreaded Middle Passage, almost 2 million slaves died before they even made it to the New World. Of those 10.7 million, if you guessed only less than 500,000 were the amount of slaves that made it to the American colonies, United States, you'd have been right. Of the 10.7 million, you're right, less than 0.5 of that 10.7 million actually came to the United States or the American colonies. All right, let's get started. All right, question number 1. Again, I recommend normally, I won't be doing this on the rest of the videos, but for this one, I recommend right now you hit pause, read the question, answer it yourself, and then hit play again. All right, so the prompt says the United States, 1861. We have a map here with 4 different numbers on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have the current United States, but we see that some of these states don't quite look like they're moderns because we see it's United States in 1861. Which region's primary economic activity in 1861 was the cultivation of cotton? So first of all, what is the question asking? Which region's cultivation of cotton? That's the main thing we need to know here. Yes, it's 1861, but of these 4 regions, 1 over here in the West, California, Oregon, 2, the Midwest, near the Great Lakes, 3, the New England colonies originally, or what we call the New England states today, and 4, the South, ranging from Texas to Florida, all the way up to Tennessee and North Carolina. So which region's primary economic activity in 1861 was the cultivation of cotton? Well, what can I eliminate from this question? Think about it. What region cultivated or grew cotton? Well, the primary economic activity of 1861, that's fine, but we really don't even need to know that. All we need to think about based on this question is what region grew cotton? And even today still grows cotton. What do I have to know? Well, first of all, I have to know that it's in the South, because what do I need to know about cotton? The South, slavery. Slaves were commonly used in cotton growing on large plantation farms. Cotton grows best in warmer climates. If you've ever driven through West Texas, you've seen plenty of cotton fields. And the reason is because warmer, oftentimes drier climates with access to water are the best places to grow cotton. And so we know that slavery and cotton were the driving forces that propelled the South to economic prosperity, right? 1861 is right at the beginning of the Civil War. So as far as eliminating things, I'm eliminating number 3 here because we know that there wasn't slavery in the New England states. And we also know that if cotton grows best in warmer climates, that's the farthest north here on the map. That's not going to do well. We can also eliminate number 2 because that's the Midwest, and we see that a lot of that is further north too. Not a good place to grow cotton in cold, freezing climates. So that makes us have a choice between only 2 answers, and at this point, it's really quite obvious for us, hopefully. The Deep South, cultivation of cotton. Cotton plantations were a massive part of industry or economic in the South. All right, we can see here that If we look at the map on the left, distribution of enslaved African Americans in 1850. We see the darker red indicates where the most population of slavery is. The lighter red is where the lesser amount of slaves are. Look at this map here on the right. The Cotton Kingdom. Extent of cotton in 1820 is the light yellow. Extent of cotton by 1860, so we know in just 40 years it grew from certain patches of the South to almost the entire South. Look at this, 1850, so somewhere in the middle of that, we still see that the places that initially had cotton tend to have the greatest amount of slaves. All right, well, that's it for today.